Hello and a warm welcome to Federal Special Program Capital Beat. RJD Chief Lalu Prasad Yadav on Sunday expelled his eldest son and Hasanpur MLA Tej Pratap Yadav from the party for 6 years following his video with a girl going viral on social media on Saturday. Now, Mr. Prasad posted a message on X, and I'm going to quote exactly what he has written on his Twitter post. Ignoring moral values in personal life weakens the collective struggle for social cause. The activities, public conduct, and irresponsible behavior of the eldest son are not in accordance with our family values and traditions. Therefore, due to the above circumstances, I remove him from the party and family. From now on, he will not have any role of any kind in the party and family. He is expelled from the party for 6 years. Then he further goes on to say that he is capable of seeing the good and the bad and the merits and demerits of his personal life. All those who have relations with him should take their own decisions. I have always been an advocate of public shame in public life. The obedient members of the family have adopted and followed this idea in public life. This is what Lalu wrote in his post. Now, there are many people within the party. The sources in the party say that Mr. Prasad has taken the decision to disown his elder son after he posted pictures of his remarriage with a girl named Anushka Yadav. In that post, he claimed that he had been in a relationship with a girl visible in the picture for the past 12 years. And later, that post was not found. And Mr. Tej Pratap Yadav claimed that his Facebook page had been hacked. However, Mr. Pratap did not file any police complaint with regard to hacking of his social media account, and his act seems to have infuriated Mr. Prasad, who was forced to take this bold decision. So, what does this incident show about Tej Pratap Yadav, and how does it impact RJD? And if at all this is a political gimmick played by the RJD, because that is also what is being discussed in many circles within the political corridors of Bihar. So we'll try and find out answers to all of this. Joining me now is Ashok Mishra, senior journalist, political commentator. Thank you so much, Ashokji, for joining. We have Law Kumar Mishra, who's again a senior journalist who's been associated with Times of India, Bihar. Thank you so much, Mr. Mishra, for joining. And we have Siddharth Sharma, independent media analyst. Thank you, Siddharth, for joining. And I'll begin with Mr. Mishra on this count that how do you really see this development, and why do you think Lalu Prasad has taken that call of expelling his son from the party for 6 years? Yes, Mr. Mishra. Unmute yourself,
Which
sir.
Mishra?
Yeah. Yes,
Which
Mr.
Mishra?
Law. Yes. Law Kumar Mishra. Yes. Yes,
Okay.
yes, Law. Can you just unmute yourself? You will have to unmute, Mr. Law. No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You'll have to unmute yourself. You will have to unmute. You're muted. Okay, so let me just go to Ashok Mishra now. Ashok, how do you really read this incident? Of Tej Pratap being expelled from the party. Does it really have any merits? In the charges which are being raised, or do you think it's a political gimmick which is played by the RJD?
No, I will. I don't say that it is a political gimmick played by the RJD. In fact, it might be a conspiracy against RJD.
Okay.
When the elections are coming, it's nearing. Only 4 months away, the election. Bihar will face the elections, a very crucial election. In that case, it might be a conspiracy by the Lalu rivals of Lalu, instead of playing a gimmick by sacrificing his elder son, Tej Pratap Yadav. In fact, Tej Pratap Yadav had been in the habit of playing this kind of uh, pranks, nuisance. For the past, we have been watching him for the past more than 12, 15 years, when sometime you will find him staying in, even as a minister, you will find him there. He was a minister, health minister in Bihar. So you will find him in Mathura, sometime in Vrindavan, in some different attires, in some different, uniforms of Krishna, Mahadev, Lord Shiva, etc., etc. His wedding has been with Chandrika Rai's daughter Aishwarya has been, it did not work. Maybe the personal reasons we can't say in public, or maybe we are not aware of that. But then this marriage did not work, and both of them were separated. In fact, Aishwarya went out of the Rabdi Devi's Lalu Yadav's house, and now she is staying with her father. There is a case of separation, divorce pending in the court, and it has not yet been finalized, and both of them stay away for the last 5 to 6 years. In between, Tej Pratap's story about having affair with a girl called Anushka Yadav is doing the rounds in political circles in Bihar. We all know that he is a brother of one RJD fellow who has been kicked out of the party. Now he is with the LJP, and this girl has been staying, or going steady with Tej Pratap Yadav for the past 5, 6, 7 years. Now, in between, there is another girl called Nisu who has come into picture, and who has reportedly, supposedly, uh, she has released these pictures, old pictures of Tej Pratap and Anushka Yadav. So there are 2, 3 girls around. There is another girl, as I said, Nishu, kind of. So this is not. I don't think this is a gimmick by RJD. In fact, it could be, or maybe, or we are not sure, but it may be the conspiracy of Lalu Betas,
Okay,
those
so
who
if
are.
it's a conspiracy of the Lalu Betas, so which means that what Tej Pratap is saying, that apparently his Facebook account has been hacked and those pictures have been deliberately put out, could that be correct then?
It could be, yeah, could be possible, but then it seems to be an alibi now. These pictures are
Okay.
there for the past so many months on the Facebook. People can see
Hmm.
that it has been released publicly now and given to some social media channels, TV channels. So you can't say that. I
But
don't
there's
find any merit in such arguments.
no,
I
but
don't
when
find
he
any merit in
admits,
such arguments.
no,
Yeah.
but Ashok, when Tej Pratap himself says that he's been into this relationship for the last 12 years, I'm sure Lalu Yadav and his wife, his sisters and brothers, they all know that he was into a relationship.
Yeah,
He
all
was
know.
a
We
married
all know.
man. Okay, so
In fact,
you're
all the media people in Bihar know about it. They all know about it. There is a girl called uh, Anushka
Anushka
Yadav
Yadav.
who is, yeah, people know
No, but then
about it. There is no.
why such a, so that is what is forcing me to ask you that why such a big song and dance now then, and going to the extent of expelling him from the party, expelling him from the family for 6 years. Uh, I mean, if it
Actually,
was a known fact, then
it
why
has.
now?
Yeah. Now it's because the elections are nearing, as I said. So
Hmm.
it is an embarrassment for Tejasvi Yadav, who is now fighting a do and die battle to become the chief minister of Bihar. His
Hmm.
dreams may be shattered, his dreams may not come true, but he's trying his best, level best, to become the chief minister of Bihar. First, he tried to uh, convey the message, give the message around that Nitish Kumar may come back to the RJD fold and they might contest the 2025 elections together. But this is not working out at the moment because given the political situation these days. So, but despite that, Tejasvi is doing his making all efforts to become the chief minister. In such circumstances, these videos which have come as an embarrassment for Lalu Prasad Yadav, uh, uh, for Tejasvi Prasad Yadav, so Lalu has to expel him. Tej Pratap Yadav has left no option for Lalu Prasad to expel him from the party, oust him from the family affairs, and say publicly that those who are related with Tej Pratap Yadav, they are not no more in the RJD family anymore now. So this has come as an embarrassment for Lalu Prasad Yadav instead of it's a gimmick. It's not a political gimmick. In fact, it has become a tool for opposition parties, the BJP and the others, to to damage the RJD and to give a bad message among the people. It certainly has sent across a bad message among the people. So it was an effort to recoup that image, and it's a part of damage control so far as Lalu Prasad's action is concerned. It's a damage control exercise, but
Right.
it
So
has certainly become a tool for the opposition parties to target Tejasvi, to target Lalu in the coming elections.
yes, you're right that now the NDA and the BJP, they've got a fodder in their hands and to whip Tejasvi and RJD, of course. But Law Kumar Mishra, I'll come to you now. If you can unmute yourself, how do you really see this development of Tej Pratap Yadav being expelled from RJD? How significant was he within the party, given the fact that he was an MLA from Hasanpur? Now, what happens to that seat? And time and again, we've heard that he was planning, anyways, to float his own party. Now, what happens to all of that? Is he planning to float his own party? Or is he planning to cross over to the BJP camp? Because there are several reports in the political corridors that this also could be an option. And apparently, BJP or the NDA would lap up at Tej Pratap. So, how do you really see that option? Law, you'll have to unmute. Law, you'll have to unmute, please. You're muted. Unmute yourself. No, you can see the mute button. You can see the mute button at the bottom of your screen. Just click that. Click it gently. I think then you'll be able to. Oh, okay. Okay. So Siddharth, in the meanwhile, I'll come to you. I mean, what happens to the Hasanpur seat? Is he likely to float his own party? I'm talking about Tej Pratap Yadav. How does one see that option?
Yeah, all those things will happen or not happen, unless on a lighter note, I'm worried if Donald Trump decides to jump in and resolve the RJD family feud. The way he's jumping into everything, I won't be surprised because it's not beyond his brief, and it's such a juicy thing to happen. And Bihar, please understand, Bihar is a huge state. It's like a small nations of Europe don't have that kind of heft politically or population wise. Anyway, coming back to the serious note, I think there are three angles to this very filmy kind of a story, cinematic story. One is the legal angle, one is the fundamental angle, and the third is the political angle. The legal angle I'll touch very briefly. A father in India cannot disown his son legally. That's settled. No, but no father can legally disown his son in India. That's so. If whatever they are doing, it's just optics. A father cannot disown his son legally in India. There is no provision under law for that. The second is a fundamental thing, and that is the more serious thing. I think Indian society is going through a crisis of identity. When we board a bus or a train or a plane, we do not check the morality of a bus driver or a pilot or a train engineer. Rather, we check whether he is capable of doing his job or not. So, why expect the opposite in politics? It's very strange that where we don't expect morality, we see capability, but in a politician, we expect morality from a politician. Now, every citizen of India knows that if he commits a crime, then the court punishes. If he commits some illegal act, then the government decides to penalize him. And if he does something immoral, then it's the society that boycotts. Now, as far as Tej Pratap Yadav has done, the kind of photographs, etc., are being seen. Nothing of that sort of vulgarity is seen compared to what the BJP leaders in Madhya Pradesh have been doing on highways. That kind of vulgarity is not seen. It's a personal thing. It's a family thing that's happening. So there is no vulgarity in this. So Lalu Yadav's decision, for whatever reason these photographs came out, whether they came out from his own camp or his from detractors camp, one thing is sure that Lalu Yadav has come out with, RJD has come out with a very clear cut statement saying two things. One is that he's disowned by the family, and the second, as a party, he has been expelled from the party. So, whatever reasons there were, whatever was the trigger for that, let us forget it for a second. The response is very clear. Now, that response in itself very clearly shows that is the political aspect now. That this might well be Lalu Yadav's preemptive strike on the dynastic politics weapon that BJP is going to use against RJD in the coming Bihar elections, because we know in Bihar, I was just going through Grok, the artificial intelligence. Uh, 2020 last Vidhan Sabha or even last year's Lok Sabha elections. Just for a moment, forget about the number of seats which party won, but vote share wise, the percentage of votes, the most number of votes polled has consistently been RJD. RJD has been consistently polling nearly 23-24% of the vote share, irrespective of the number of seats they get. And the BJP always falls behind number two, nearly 4%, 5% down. Sometimes it is at 19%, sometimes it is at 20%. So BJP finds it very difficult to cross the 20% mark in Bihar, whereas RJD always crosses 23-24%. So there's always a 3% gap. So I think now, but it's also, we also know that RJD is not in power in Bihar for the last 5 years. So if I am a BJP strategist, it will be very difficult for me to attack RJD on, for example, corruption or misgovernance, because they are not in government. You can charge somebody, you can attack somebody on governance issues or corruption only if they are in power. But somebody who is not in power, still he is the number one vote shareholder. What is the weapon that you use against them? You have very limited options then. That's why we know that BJP is going to attack RJD on its dynastic politics. That's what BJP does, and that is the only weapon I think that the BJP has right now against RJD especially. So I think Lalu Yadav, we also have to understand that one of the few people in India who has consistently taken on BJP in different ways and consistently being taken on. Remember, even in 1992 Rath Yatra, it was in Muzaffarpur in Bihar that Lalu Yadav stopped that Rath Yatra. So, for good or bad, RJD and Lalu Yadav is one of the persons historically who has been doing whatever it needs to stop BJP in its tracks, at least in Bihar. So, be it muscle power, be it money power, be it strategies, be it campaigns, be it slogans, in all the aspects, they try to take on BJP in their own way, in their own unique way. So I think this might well be Lalu Yadav's preemptive strike on BJP, that when the BJP comes up all guns blazing against him, it will only be on dynastic politics. And if you right now, before BJP fires its first salvo, it will be RJD today going to town in Bihar and saying, see, even if there is a bad guy in my family, even if there is a black sheep in my family, I'm not a dynastic party. We take exemplary actions even against our own people. So that essentially blunts BJP's only weapon. I think whatever instigated this whole saga,
No, which
wherever
means
those photographs
you
came out from,
you are
but this is
pointing
what
out that
RJD's response is going to be.
no, so but from what you are saying, it looks like that this is a political ploy to blunt BJP's narrative of dynastic politics. Okay, now let me come to Law Kumar Mishra. He's unmuted himself now. Law, how would you really see this development? Do you see this as some kind of a mystery, a ploy, a conspiracy? How would you really see this development on Tej Pratap Yadav's front of him being expelled from the party for 6 years?
I do not agree with the theory of conspiracy. Neither Lalu, nor Tejasvi, nor any RJD office bearer has talked of conspiracy. By through his ex post, Lalu has admitted the blunder committed by or so-called immoral activity committed by Tej Pratap Yadav. You quoted some portion of the ex post by Lalu Yadav about his son's irresponsible behavior, immoral behavior. It doesn't suit in the politics of Lalu Yadav family. If Lalu Yadav is so concerned about morality, responsibility in politics, he could have denied tickets to several rape accused former dacoits and corrupt people, both in the state legislature and in the parliament, and even in the organization. And about his photographs with a local girl being published widely in the local newspapers and channels. It is no secret, Ashokji rightly said that the boy has admitted that they were in relationship for the last 12 years. The girl is also from local Langar Toli Mohalla in central Patna. So there is nothing wrong. and he has admitted the girl or boy both are having seen in the pictures with marked sindoor on her forehead. So marriage is confirmed. And one thing, Lalu Yadav, by posting his ex post that he is keeping this man, young son, Tej Pratap, out of party and family. This may be something do with the legal tussle his son is facing with Aishwarya. Like she has demanded alimony of 40 crores. And
Okay.
tomorrow, Tej Pratap claims that he has been disowned by Lalu Yadav. He has got no property except like salary or he is getting from the state assembly. This may be one thing, but legal sanction is not attached with Lalu's post. He has not done it through notary registration or through any affidavit before the magistrate court. Neither he is put it in his will that he denies any right to Tej Pratap. So there is nothing legal sanction. It is only political sanction which he may get during the elections by claiming rightly that he has already disowned Tej Pratap, who was immoral, who was irresponsible. So it may convince a section of voters about the high pedestal in which Lalu is keeping himself.
Hmm. Okay, so this is some kind of a moral grandstanding you are saying on the part of Lalu Yadav. Okay, so now I'll come to Ashok. Ashok, how much of this is going to impact RJD as a party and also the Mahagathbandhan or the Grand Alliance in Bihar? How much of it, as far as elections are concerned? I'm sure, as you said, BJP has got a handle now and they will whip up RJD with it. Not that BJP is any different. BJP is also known for, disrespecting women, and there are not one but many incidents where they've disrespected women. So it's on an even keel. But how much of this is really going to impact RJD electorally?
In my opinion, Nilu, it is not going to impact RJD's vote bank anything. Even not a single vote will be damaged by it. Because RJD's vote bank is intact. And as I said earlier, Tej Pratap has been doing such things for the past so many years. And
Mhm.
his image he has not got a serious image in the among the politicians of among the voters of supporters of RJD. He has not got a serious image about himself.
Okay,
On the
now there's some
contrary,
breaking news. Ashok, I'm just stopping you here. There is some breaking news that Tej Pratap's ex-wife, Aishwarya Rai, now says that this is a pre-election drama, no social justice when I was abused. Now, this is, I'm sourcing it to India Today. India Today has disclosed this story. Yes, Ashok.
yeah, Aishwarya has been saying all these things. Even her father Chandrika has been saying all these things. Uh, but as far as its impact on the Lalu's vote bank is concerned, that's what I am pinpointedly telling you, saying on record that it's not going to harm or damage the vote bank of Lalu Prasad anymore. It's intact. Whatever, whatever vote bank he has, it's not going to damage anything. Now you have put some one question earlier that what will Tej Pratap do now after being expelled from the party for 6 years, or his membership will continue for till the elections are there. So he is a member of the Bihar Legislative Assembly. He has not been kicked out of the as member. The RJD or the Lalu Prasad should have gone to the written to the Speaker of the State Assembly asking him to expel from the party, expel from the legislature party. So he has not done this. He has only ousted him from the party and from the family. He has expelled. He has been expelled for 6 years, and he has ousted from no relations with the family. This is what he has done. But he has not given anything written to the Speaker of the State Assembly because still 4 months, 5 months are there. So he should have been asked. The Speaker should have been asked to expel him from the membership of the Bihar Legislative Assembly. So he has not done. Now, Tej Pratap is an MLA from Hasanpur Assembly constituency. Earlier, so what the gossip doing the rounds in the political circle of Bihar is that he may contest from Mahua as an independent candidate. So can you stop him from contesting from the independent candidate? Lalu will always say, oh, no, he is contesting as an independent candidate, and the entire RJD vote bank will support him. So in that case,
What happens to
he
the
will
Hasanpur seat?
return.
No, but Ashok, what happens to the Hasanpur seat if he's
Hasanpur seat
contesting?
will go to someone. Hasanpur
Oh,
seat will go to someone else. It might
okay.
be given to some allies, or it might be some new fresh candidate. Fresh candidate will be filled from there because it's a sitting seat of RJD. This is the gossip or things doing the rounds in political circle after these
Okay, so
photographs became
Abhay, one
public.
more question to Law. Law, do you think that Tej Pratap can cross over to BJP? Because several people have been saying that, he might be grabbed by the BJP. Now, does that look like a possibility at all?
This Pratap is not a vote catcher.
Okay.
Why BJP
Correct.
will be interested in having in its fold?
Hmm.
For BJP, Tej Pratap will prove a liability. So there is no question of
Liability.
BJP
Correct.
admitting him. He will
Okay.
fight as an independent, maybe supported by RJD family also from the background, but not as
Yes.
official candidate of RJD.
But what do you think is the shelf life of this expulsion? Because we've also seen in BSP, like Mayawati's nephew expelled, then again later
Akash.
welcomed. Now here you have a family, and Rabri Devi and Tej Pratap's sisters haven't said anything much. So do you think that this is all a pre-election drama, as what is being said by Aishwarya? And in all probabilities, he will be welcomed back within the party fold. Ashok, and then I'll come to Law again. Yes,
I
Ashok.
agree with
Uh,
what Aishwarya Rai today said. It is
Yes.
definitely a political drama, and it will die down soon, maybe within 2 months or even next month. This man, young man, will go to his parents, apologize, and Lalu Yadav will
Will be
show his
forgiven.
greatness, will forgive him.
Okay. Yes, Ashok, you were saying something?
yeah, or I will add to what Lavji had said, or he may this action will continue till the election till the elections, and in the election he will contest as an independent candidate that will suit the RJD, that will suit the action of Lalu Prasad Yadav, instead of forgiving him and bringing back to him before the elections. So he can always contest as an independent candidate and come back to the RJD fold once again. So who has stopped anyone to take the independent candidate? So this suits this. I think is the most suitable way of bringing him back once again after the elections. When he,
All right.
of course, unless he wins the election as an independent candidate, and I think he will win because internally and the RJD and the allies will support him.
Yeah. Okay. So, Siddharth, concluding comments. It looks like a perfect Bollywood script. A political family, an elder brother, a younger brother, father has expelled him, and a lot of twists and turns, and eventually, coming back to a happy ending.
Yeah, irrespective of how it pans out within the family, whether this entire saga was, whether it was designed or whether it was organic, whether it was conspiracy, whether it was spontaneous, one thing we have to understand that in elections in Bihar, the silent female voters are the biggest catch. Mr. Nitish Kumar gets a lot of support from the silent women voters, and wherever Nitish Kumar goes with, those women also vote for him. We also know that BJP will be going hammer and tongs with those divyas of Sindoor in the upcoming Bihar elections. I think what RJD will do, that's why I say that they are trying to preempt it. They will, before BJP goes out with its dibyas of Sindoor, RJD will go out with videos of BJP people on national highways, people like Mr. Prajwal Revanna, people like Mr. Brijbhushan Charan Singh, who don't have a very nice record of giving respect to women, and then say when the BJP comes up with the Operation Sindoor, saying that Sindoor, that at least that Sindoor is blunted to an extent, because we know in Bihar Sindoor is going to be very big election slogan. Not just because BJP will use it, even if it doesn't use it culturally, also in Bihar, Sindoor carries a lot of symbolic weight. Now, if BJP tries to appropriate it, I think RJD will try to. RJD has already made sure that it has been preempted to a large extent. That's how I think it's going to pan out.
All right, so quite an interesting development there, and we'll have to wait and watch how it unfolds. Thank you so much. We'll have to end it here. Thank you so much, Lakumar Mishra, Ashokji, Siddharth. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.
Thank you.